quite literally, Jackie Aina has offered me a seat at her table. Cheers and welcome to this Get Ready With Me. Hi sisters, how are we? How are we feeling? Let's start out by lighting a Forvr Mood candle, as they are the sponsor not of today but of tonight in general, which we'll get into. I already have one burning, but I just want to set the vibes over here as well. I'm so excited. This is my first ever gala that I am attending, and I was invited to attend by Forvr Mood, aka Jackie Aina's brand. I'm so excited to get into this video to tell y'all how we got here, how this night came to be, and all the feelings that have come up that made me want to talk about what we're gonna talk about in this Get Ready With Me. I'm gonna cut into this to see how we're looking, but actually before I do, let's get into the making of this hair. Let's go back to yesterday. Baby, what you wanna do? Just act as I'm bulletproof. Oh, listen, wait me back. Baby, what you wanna do? I'm ready to pull up on you. I'm ready to do what I do. This type shit have you wildin'. Last minute shit to the highlights. Drip, drip, drip when you slide it. Flip, 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 baby, ride it. Don't hesitate when you get it, cause you know I like it. Taking up a date for you. Sweet baby, nigga, when you bite it. Can't just keep talking about it. We've been too often about it. Can't just be cautious about it. I wanna hug you out. Take me for a ride, boy. Show me your outside, boy. Know it's been a while, boy. I wanna hug you out. Okay, we're back. So let's see what it is giving. I hope that we stayed all good under here. Okay, not horrible. I understand what we're working with. I'm just gonna leave her back here or pin her or something while we get ready. Let's just put her over there. That looks actually insane, but y'all are just gonna have to bear with me through this, okay? So for this makeup look, I'm going to be using predominantly all Black owned brands in honor of the gala tonight. Let's talk about the gala that I'm going to and what the purpose of it is. Oh, also, sorry, another thought that I did not get out before. I really hope that y'all are liking how this video looks. I definitely tried some different things, so pardon if the coloring is a bit inconsistent. I'm also filming in a different frame rate than I usually do. A different frame rate and a different resolution than I usually do. I'm just testing some things out to see how I like them. So if y'all hate it, keep it to yourself. And just know that I'm continuously working to give y'all the best quality possible content wise. So what is the 15% Gala? Okay, so let's talk about it. The 15% Gala is an organization that is owned and operated by a Black woman. Shout out to Black women. And the whole point of the organization is to work with corporations to make sure that 15% of the products represented in their store are Black owned, since we make up 15% of the population here in the US, which is a phenomenal initiative to have. And I think that it's especially meaningful for right now and what we have going on in this country. I can't imagine that any Trump supporters will be here on my channel, but if you are, leave the
all shade with it, because it's some really, really scary times that we are in right now. And I don't believe that we can agree to disagree. Not about human rights and people's access to the basic things that they need to live, and the right to pursue whatever dreams you want in this country without having to jump over a million different hoops that our white counterparts don't. Facts are facts. It's just really disappointing to see the way that DEI, diversity of any kind in any way, has been weaponized to almost be this thing of like, oh, we want to make sure that everyone is where they are by merit, because everyone that the president has in the cabinet and everyone that he's hired got there by merit. Don't you see? With all that being said, tonight is going to be really, really meaningful, and I am so excited to be there. I know y'all were like, Simone, you just got to LA. How are we going to a high profile? Okay, let's not forget that this is a high profile event. It is being held at Paramount Studios. Okay, Paramount Studios, and I actually got the invite and am going with my girl Jackie, aka Jackie Aina. I absolutely love that woman. I know that y'all know this. It's crazy because I met her, I think in 2023. Mind you, I have been watching Jackie and loving Jackie since she was Makeup Game on Point. I was not there for Lil Pumpkin Pie 05. I cannot hold you. That was not my era. How and ever. I have been with her since Makeup Game on Point, since Jackie Aina, and now Jackie Asamoah. We love to see it. I know that they always say like, never meet your idols. And mind you, I don't idolize anybody, as you should not idolize anybody. Only person I idolize is the Lord. Amen, amen. But Jackie is absolutely somebody that I deeply look up to. Like the first time that I met her, she was just so kind and wonderful to me. Mind you, I know I was taking a very long time talking to her, because the first time I met her, I was literally shaking because I was so nervous, because this is a woman that was a large part of why I even had the guts to do social media in the first place. And for her to be standing right in front of me and being so kind. Jackie is the type of person, like, I don't know if y'all have ever experienced this, but I definitely have, especially in this space where you're dead in the middle of talking to somebody and they're like clearly looking around the room to see who else is available to talk to, trying to see if there's anybody else in the room that might be more worth their time than you, which sounds insane. But when I say it is so common in the influencer space, I cannot impress upon you enough how normal that is. Miss Jackie Asamoah, however, it's like when you have her attention, you have her attention. It does not matter if Beyonce herself walks in the room. She is so considerate, so kind, so genuine. Like, I genuinely cannot say enough good things about her. I kind of want to segue a second off of like how I got the invite. Let's rewind and get into why we're here and what I really want to talk about. Okay, now that we're done using non-Black owned brands, because the stuff that I used to do, my brows and all of that, that is tried and true, baby. I couldn't mess with it. I'm sorry. We are gonna go into this Danessa Myricks palette. Is she not gorgeous? When I went to the workshop for this palette, I actually met Danessa for the first time, and Danessa will be there tonight as well. She is another person that is so sweet, kind, genuine, like so down to earth. Who you would think that she is exactly who she is when you meet her. Love that lady. And this palette is basically like meant to do it all. It's really, really, really good for makeup artists to have in their kit because of all the neutrals in it. And of course, anything that Danessa touches, she bodies. So the quality is absolutely there. Now, I have been going back and forth. Oh, I'm going with another Danessa palette, but I'm so upset because the nameplate, not nameplate, but the plate, you know what I'm getting at on this palette, it came off during shipping because Deja shipped it to me from Atlanta. I'm gonna have to re-glue it. It's not that big of a deal, but this palette, ooh, it's so good. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to get into some of these colors. Like, hello. I think that I just want to lay some green glitter down and just see how I like that and then play around from there. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Evolving. It's like a pretty green color. because my dress is green. And I'm just gonna tap that on. Yeah. I wanna look like ethereal, like otherworldly. And this is exactly what this palette is giving me, so that's perfect. And I think I'm just gonna concentrate it on this inner corner part of my eye and then use another color. Oh, I can't wait to see Danessa and be like, Danessa, guess what I got on my eyes? Let's go into this darker green shade enough, which is perfect for the theme of this video. Yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Just nice, messy. I want this whole look to almost give like editorial vibes. Yes. Okay, let's get back into everything we was talking about. So to backtrack to when I first met Jackie, I was literally shaking because I still had this feeling of being new to the space and being new to being around the exact people that I have watched for years and years and years. I always wanted to be in the rooms that they were in and do the things that they were doing. It's like this weird feeling of knowing that you are meant for a certain life, but then when it starts to come to fruition, you're kind of like, whoa. And that is a big theme throughout this entire videos, and probably something that I've talked to you guys about a fair bit before. I'm gonna throw on a pretty thick wing and then I'm gonna be right back. We are back. Sorry if the angle slightly changed there. Now let's get into my favorite part, which is the base. Of course, we're doing the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin as a primer. And then, no brainer, we're of course gonna go in with the LYS foundation sticks because y'all already know your girl models for them on the Sephora website, so why would I not? You know what I'm saying? Another brand so near and dear to my heart. I'm gonna wet the face just a little bit with some of LYS's setting spray because we're about to go in with a lot of product and I wanna make sure that I don't look actually insane. So when I first started off doing social media, like I said, Jackie was one of the people that I looked up to immensely. So to fast forward and be in a room with her, I figured that I might feel a little out of place, nothing crazy, or just like a little, like, for lack of a better phrase, starstruck, because someone that I have watched and respected for so long was standing right in front of me. But what I started to find was that it wasn't just Jackie. It wasn't just certain rooms. It became me all the time in my head, feeling as though whatever room I was in, I shouldn't have been there. I just perpetually felt like lucky to be there, but not in a humble way. But like, desperate isn't the word. I'm struggling to find like the correct words for what it was, because it wasn't like I was like, oh my gosh, finally I'm here, like pick me, choose me, love me. No, but I definitely wasn't standing in my strength and in who I was. That's for sure. It was more so when I would get into these rooms and when I would get around the people that I had been watching for so long, I wanted their approval. I wanted them to like me. I wanted to be a part of the cool crowd, or a part of the crowd that I interpreted to be that. At the time, I wasn't putting it together, but obviously it was a validation thing, because it's like, if these girls that are oh so cool want to be around me, then I must be worthy, which sounds insane. Like butter, come on. Ooh, this foundation is just so good. I promise you that if anybody sees this, like, no one will be like, oh, that's why she was acting like that. Or like, oh, I thought that she was acting a little X, Y, and Z. It was just something that would go on internally. And I would clock it because I'm like, Simone, that's not healthy. That's not okay, you know? It took me a minute to really confront it and really call it for what it was. I recognized the behavior because it is how I was in high school. And when I really think about it, it's how I was also in college. Because of my friendship needs not being met, I was befriending and nurturing relationships that I had no business being in, because that crowd was the cool crowd. That girl was the cool girl. And I'm like, well, if she likes me, if she wants me to be a part of this group, then clearly that means that like I'm valuable. And I just know that y'all are like, Simone, excuse me, because I don't come off that way. And I know that I don't. We are back. I have started to bronze. I was recording for a sec without cutting on my mic. So be mindful of the fact that the reason why I am aware of any of this is because of the years that I have spent in therapy. So it has allowed me to be a lot more introspective in why I move the way that I do. And when I took a step back and I was evaluating the things that I was feeling internally, I realized it's because little Simone had gotten back in the driver's seat. And that's something that me and my therapist talked about a lot, where in situations where I have unresolved childhood, not trauma, but just feelings from my childhood me, little me, will step into the driver's seat and navigate the situation because she just wants to feel safe and protected. And a basic human need is to feel like you belong. Even though adult Simone had evolved and my self-esteem was as high as it's ever been, I was starting to have these old habits and these old feelings creep up on me. And it made me realize, like, maybe we aren't as healed as we thought we once were. I thought that I had an unshakable sense of self-worth, and I had to come to terms with the fact that clearly I don't, because I was still moving with this deep lack mindset, and I was still wanting to perform worth to the people that I perceived to be better than me, or that I perceived deserved to take up that space, whereas clearly I didn't. Mind you, I'm not walking into these rooms being like,
oh my gosh, I don't deserve to be here. Like, I hate myself. Like, my self-esteem is at an all-time low.
like it's not giving that at all. It's me stepping back and saying, why did I feel the need to move that way? Why did I feel the need to behave that way? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? And really just being honest with myself about it and not trying to run from it. Because the worst thing that you can do is run from your negative feelings and negative emotions, because as I always say, wherever you go, there you are. So just because you may have kind of dealt with it in your own little way or whatever the case, or you're just ignoring it and hoping that it goes away, it's not going to. And I wanted to make this video because I feel like y'all are always telling me how much y'all look up to me and how much y'all love me and the journey that I've been on, and commenting on basically how it seems like my life is so together. And for the most part, in a lot of ways, it is. But I want to be so upfront and real with y'all that the things that you do not deal with will continue to follow you in every single stage of your life. I think that we wait to do the real self-work and self-improvement, thinking that like, well, once I make it to this spot in my life, then I'll know what to do. I'll have the answers. And that's just not true. The reality is, the bigger your life gets and the more responsibility that you have and that you take on, the stakes are just that much higher. And if you couldn't perform when the stakes were lower, again, what makes you think that you are going to be able to do it when it really counts? I had very hard conversations with myself. And after coming to the realization, it made me way more aware. Now, when I get into these spaces and I start to have those feelings creep up, I'm aware of them and I'm able to manage them. I don't try to push them away, because trying to hide or tamp down anything is the exact wrong thing to do. And it'll just make the feelings persist even harder. And that is exactly what we do not want. I will also be put in a lot of situations where people would be trying to give me my flowers, and I would use every single opportunity to say like, no, I'm basically like, I'm a turd. Like, no, I'm a turd. You don't have to like tell me that I did a good job. Like, it almost felt like everyone was telling me good job or congratulations or whatever. In the worst part of my brain, like almost like out of pity, like, oh, everyone hates this girl and she just doesn't know it. So like, let me tell her good job. And when you take a step back and think about how self-centered and the world revolves around me, that thought process is, it makes you snap out of it, because no one gives a damn. No one gives a about me that much, okay? Like, it's all in my head. When I got out of my head and pulled my head out of my ass, I really started to think like, why not me? You know, like, why don't I deserve this? If all these people, all of you, my beautiful, wonderful, almost 500,000 subscribers are telling me how much they love me and how much they appreciate me. Who am I to not believe y'all? Like, it almost came to a point where I'm like, how dare I? Y'all are so good to me and have been such a big part of me stepping into really owning who I am in my personhood as a woman, as a creator, as an artist in general. The way that y'all talk to me, ride for me, trust me, it has been an honor to take up this space. And I'm like, I owe it to my girls to really walk it like I talk it. I just knew that I needed to step more into my worth and into my power if I was going to continue to elevate. And I am. I'm not gonna stop anytime soon. And I knew that if I was gonna do that, these feelings that I had, they had to go. Or at least they had to be managed, they had to be worked on, they had to be something, sister, because they could not stay as they were. Like this feeling, these thoughts, they can't come with me to this next level. So therefore they're not invited. You feel me? Sorry if the angle keeps changing. I stopped recording again. But anywho, it's okay because we're coming to the end of the video, which is good because I have to go because the oob will be here very, very soon. And we're just gonna end the video by doing a good old get dressed with me, but like in the video, which I think will be super duper cute because y'all are always watching my get dressed with me's on my short form platforms. Okay, so let's just bring it on home by talking about why that matters so much tonight. After I had that conversation with myself and have really been practicing walking in my power, the imposter syndrome, I'm not gonna say it's non-existent, but once I really started to drill into my head, like, I am worth it. I am worth it. I am worth it. I deserve to be in every single room that I am in because God makes no mistakes. God's timing is so unbelievably perfect. So if I am in this room, it's because I am ready to be in this room. I'm so grateful to have gotten this opportunity now because Jackie actually personally invited me to sit at her table at this gala. So if you guys didn't know, most big events, how it works is that brands will buy an entire table and then they'll invite people to sit at their table. So quite literally, Jackie Aina has offered me a seat at her table. Do you understand how significant and meaningful that is? Not just in the colloquial way of offering someone a seat at your table, but like at such a big event with so many high profile people there, Jackie wanted me there. The Forvr Mood team wanted me there. This is me absolutely stepping into my why not me era, very unapologetically, might I add, because I deserve to be in every single room that I am in, and so do you. I'm gonna go fix my hair and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, she's back. And Miss Girl has to go and get dressed, but I hope that you all enjoyed this video and that it was a spot of motivation and a nice little transparency post from me. I hope that I finished up my thoughts accurately because I genuinely have to go. I have to hang up on you guys. Y'all watch me get dressed and then I'm gonna have y'all come to part of the event with me, and then that'll be the end of this video. So I hope that you enjoyed this portion. Talking live Simone is gonna zip it because we gotta get dressed, and I'm gonna see y'all in a second.